Lowrider culture is not just a heritage, it started a wave that would influence music forever. Lowriders became such a major success around the world that it influenced every bit of car culture we have today. Car cultures like the H2I events. But it wasn't just car culture that we owe its influence to. It was also how we produce music today. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take it back to where it all began. Lowriders have existed as long as the automobile, but the lowrider we know today originated in the Chicano culture in LA, California. Lowering your car gives it a different stance and appearance. Take my old Buick, for example. Pre-World War II, people would cut coils on springs or modify the frame of a car to sit lower, but this type of modification would be dangerous to the public eye and created laws that would restrict cruising low and slow. Post-World War II in the 1950s and 60s, the creator of what we imagine lowriders today was none other than Ron Aguirre. With the help of his father, he created a revolutionary concept that would not only bypass laws but also create a new culture, the lowrider culture. People cruising low and slow to artists like Santo and Johnny. As lowriders continued to reshape the world in the 60s and 70s, artists like War with their hit Lowrider, or artists like Zapp and Roger would influence the culture even further to make it a global phenomenon. These artists would be used to cruise the streets low and slow. We started to see how much it influenced music when MTV would revolutionize music videos in the 80s, but it wasn't just music we hear, it was how we produced that created a new wave in sound. Take artists like Little Rob and his hit song Stop, Look, and Listen. Or artists like Crips and their hit Crypt Keeper. These songs would sample oldies that lowrider culture would cruise low and slow to and create a new sound with technically 808 beats. Lowrider's success to its worldwide icon that we know today was due to the evolution of hip-hop music, music videos, and the 90s. Artists like NWA taking this concept of producing would revolutionize not only hip-hop but how cars were used in music videos. During the 90s, we started to see more and more artists using cars in their music videos. This concept was revolutionized by artists like Lady of Rage, who was signed by Death Row Records in the 90s. The artists of Death Row Records were known to use the lowrider culture in their music videos due to the mainstream success of gangster rap. After the 90s, we started to see a big shift in music videos. More and more artists were using car shows and customized rides. Take Sittin' Sideways by Paul Wall. Or Joyner Lucas and his hit I Love. Or even the newest form from T-Pain. This type of flex and culture all stemmed from the lowrider heritage that we know today. But it wasn't just hip-hop that it influenced. We started to see genres like pop-punk of all things use this heritage. Take Travis Barker in the early 2000s and even now. A lot of his background stems from lowriders.
It's a 1960 Caddy.
Or even the iconic band Good Charlotte using the lowrider heritage in their hit music video, The Anthem. Lowrider culture is a big part of everything we do today. From music videos to music producing, it created a different sound, genre, and structure for all artists. And it wasn't just hip-hop. It was pop, rock, R&B, soul, reggae, everything that you can think of from music, it influenced. Everything we see in music today is from the Chicano heritage. And if it wasn't for some broken laws to cruise low and slow and some candy paint, life would be different. Hell, music would be different. This is the lowrider culture and how it influenced music.